HFR, or Yani for short, for House of Fluid Reflections, and welcome to our new segment, Artist Tap, the brief version of Artist Touch, where we tap in with creators that we're collaborating with. And today I am here with the phenomenal Angel. She is Angel MilkDreams on social media, and we have done a crazy shoot today, and I cannot wait for you guys to see this footage, these photos. It is amazing. But for now, we are going to chat. So, hello, Angel. How are you?
Good. I feel great.
Beautiful. I'm so glad. So my first question has to be, Angel MilkDreams, where did that come from? How did you come up with that?
The name or the aesthetics?
Both. But let's start with the name.
Okay, the name is definitely just my obsession with anything, I guess you could say celestial. So paintings of church or anything painted by Michelangelo, really. And cherubs and the sky. I obsessed with the sky and clouds. So I just decided to go with the angel and milk just because I do have an obsession with milk.
Okay.
And of course, that's where the aesthetics also come from. On my Tumblr, I used to reblog just a lot of those old paintings, and I just love basically anything that has to do with that.
Yes, I noticed those aesthetics, a lot of the angel pictures, the cherub, that color palette. I see that incorporated as well for you. So that's beautiful. So we have the Angel MilkDreams name. So the aesthetic, where did this aesthetic, where was it birthed from?
So it is literally birthed from the idea where when I feel someone said this before, maybe it was Eartha Kitt, how she walks into a church and see paintings of white angels when there are no black ones. And I just kind of basically wanted that. I mean, there were not just paintings, but Pinterest aesthetics, really, where I'm just where are the black girls? I want to be in a mood board. And so I just decided I'm going to basically just start it out for fun, where I've recreated mood board-esque photos.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I think that just kind of spiraled from there, and I just kind of honed my own voice or my own aesthetics, where I create I guess more how do you say creative photos, I guess, for lack of a better word. And so I think that's really where it started out from, where I just tried to recreate an image with myself in it, or do my own things just to get those more black girls in mood boards.
Yes, I love that. And I see you have made your way onto mood boards. You've made your way to the fashion scene on Twitter. Where did that begin? How did you find your way into fashion Twitter?
Okay, well, I did not intend to go there. I didn't even know there was a fashion Twitter.
Yeah.
I made a Twitter 2 years ago just to follow what do you call it? Fashion magazines, Vogue, and it was, because I didn't read them as much anymore. So I was I really miss holding a book in my hand. I remember I used to read them cover to cover, especially in high school. I'd get in the mail and just sit down and read everything. But yeah, so then I decided I'm just gonna follow, just to keep up with the fashion world, what is going on. And somehow people just found me and started following me, and I was all right, okay, I see other people posting fashion content, maybe I'll start posting too. And so thank you.
You're welcome. I will be back for you.
No problem.
You have to go all the way at the end over there.
Ew, nice.
Thank you.
Maybe 2-3 minutes. If I make it.
Thank you.
Oh, that's pretty.
Thank you. Since we had Angel, we had to do the same aesthetic. We had to bring some Angel MilkDreams to life for the interview. Because how else do we do
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
I guess we should wait for drink.
So, fashion Twitter. So you accidentally stumbled into fashion Twitter.
I absolutely stumbled to fashion Twitter and mood board Twitter, which is also a thing.
Okay, did not know.
Yeah, so basically what mood board Twitter does is like they take just random, like little mundane things in your day and just find ways to romanticize that. And I feel like that definitely helped me. I think she's looking for us, actually.
Yes.
Oh,
no,
thank
thank
you.
you.
I think that's for him.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where was that?
Mood board Twitter.
Mood board Twitter, right. And so they take like just little moments of your day and romanticize it. And I found that like just really useful, especially at a period of time where I didn't like my job and like I didn't like people around me, and I'm just like, I just have to romanticize literally every day. And so like I'd start, just taking photos of like going on walks or like taking photos of my cup of coffee. And I think that's also like where my aesthetics, like kind of merge in, being like celestial and also kind of like grounded, because it's like you find the magic in like your everyday life, So I think that's why I also love mood board Twitter and fashion Twitter. It just kind of like merges for me. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got there.
So that kind of segues into my next question. So my next question for you was, where did this whole main character romanticizing your life come in, and like how was that journey there? So it started from mood board Twitter, and you kind of created yourself into your own main character that we now see all over Instagram and Twitter. So how has that been now existing kind of as the main character, now that you've actually romanticized your life into being that?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly like most days it is amazing, and I feel like for the days that it's not, it's just like it's so helpful that you like think like, okay, like I can make the most amazing breakfast today and make it look pretty, like get yourself to like get out of bed and like I'm gonna go for a walk and like look at like the pretty buildings or like see the cute dogs and like, or just like appreciating like the way like the wind blows into the trees and like the leaves are flying. So like I feel like everything could be romanticized, like even just like waking up to like, I hate working out, or used to hate working out. So like I kind of romanticize that by like matching my workout sets and matching like even like the things I use to like jump rope and like shoes, like down to every little detail. And I feel like that helps and that like motivates you to like, yes, I'm gonna put this on, I'm gonna look cute, I'm gonna work out and like be that girl,
Yeah, I love that. I love
so that's
that.
really how that kind of like started. And so like maybe not every morning, but like most mornings, like that is my, like that's how I go about my day. Like everything has to be like aesthetically pleasing to me to like enjoy it. Like even just like breakfast, I feel like I have mastered the avocado toast. I know that's like basic. Like I've mastered it to look so perfect that I just want to like sit and eat and enjoy. And yeah, I mean, I feel like when you start your day like perfect, like everything else just kind of spirals and lands into like where it's supposed to be. So
that's beautiful. So the main character energy, wake up and make it fabulous, aesthetic. Talk to me about your fashion, like gorgeous, awesome. Where did your fashion sense start growing, or has this been since childhood? Like where did you find your eye?
I think it definitely has. I think all of my aesthetics together have been from childhood. So my mom was a seamstress and like a fashion designer back in Haiti. Okay. And so she used to always like, be in her little studio. Like we had a studio at the house just for her. And she would like have like guests over or customers or clients, whatever. Yeah. She'd have clients over and like take their measurements and like make wedding gowns or like just really pretty gowns. And once we were watching, like her and I were watching this movie called Sisi about like the Empress of Russia marrying the Prince of like France or something. And she had this like gorgeous blue like sleeve puff gown on, and I was like, I want that. So like my mom made it for me, and I think that's pretty much where it started. Like I just felt like I had to be like an everyday princess. Wow, that's so you. And so like it just like catches my eyes, like anything like lace or flowy that just kind of gives you like the sense of like you're flying.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's what I need to, either I'm flying or I'm just like a royal princess like in my palace. I feel like
we love it. That's main character.
That's what I need. Yeah.
It's very on brand. So since it started there with that blue dress with the puff sleeves, the frills, we love it. You've now started doing some sewing yourself. How has that journey been?
Only a little bit. I feel like I don't have enough patience with myself. Like I feel like if I start something, it has to be perfect. So that's why I really never finish. But when I do, even though they're not perfect, like I'm still kind of proud, like, okay, I did something. Like it actually looks like something other people would wear, you know?
Yeah, no.
And so I feel that, you know, if I keep going and just keep practicing, like I will perfect it one day. But right now I'm just kind of daddling.
Yeah, no, that blazer that you made into a two-piece set, that was phenomenal. That
probably
was
one of my
amazing.
favorite.
Yes, I loved it. I was just like, it's a two-piece set now. And then you paired it with the lace bodysuit, and I was just like, that is complete perfection.
You.
I loved it. I loved it.
Thank you
loved it so much. You're very welcome. So, all this fashion influence. So, where is Angel's heart right now? Where is your inspiration coming from right now? Like, are you looking to dive further into fashion? Where are your interests right now?
I surely hope so. But I mean, I don't have like a set interest. I think right now, I mean, we spoke about this earlier where I just really want to like, you know, I like the planning. I like the making of the mood boards. Like I had like 5 mood boards. Like this is what I want. Like I love that. And I love, you know, like the planning of the outfits, the scouting the locations. And I mean, right now I'm just kind of like a one-man show where I just do it all by myself. But I would love to like work on set on like an editorial or something, maybe for Vogue, maybe for Annie Leibovitz if you're ever watching this. I just kind of want to be like in that scene. Like I want to be in the glamorous scene, you know, like attending fashion shows and like maybe even like the little work that people don't want to do, like running like samples and stuff. Like I would love that. Like
absolutely.
But I mean, for right now, like I'm still just kind of like looking and just kind of like experimenting with just being like an influencer or content creator, I guess is like a better word. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I see myself.
And I think you're well on your way. What did I see? 10K on one of your platforms? Growing.
Yeah, that's probably Twitter.
Yeah, I was just like, you were growing. So I think that is very realistic for you at this point. You're showing that you're taking part in all these different facets, from the styling and the wardrobing that you're already doing to taking your own photos. Like you're getting practice doing
so
all of the portions of the things you need to do to land that directing editorial. So I personally think you are well on your way to delivering that kind of possibility.
My God, you're so sweet.
Oh, but you deserve it. So my next question is a little bit more personal. So in terms of the main character energy, how was it in your personal life journey arriving there? Because I know a lot of us right now have been struggling with the pandemic having shaken us all to the core and disrupted how a lot of us engage and deal with life. How were you able to even blossom in your main character energy even while the world was like feeling like it was spinning into chaos and confusion. How was that?
I know, that was really sad. I mean, as a main character,
but tell us, we want to know.
I do, like, I love to travel, and the fact that we didn't get to travel for like an entire year and a half, like, I was just sad. Sad main character. Sad girl energy. But I think, like, just taking it like day to day, and like just little things like my showers, or like just having like a skincare routine every day, I feel like definitely just like helps with that. And like, I mean, to be honest, like, you have to be like really extra. And I know, like, when I do my thing, like, people are just like, why are you doing all this? Like, I have to light like 5 candles around the house, get all of my like jade rollers like match, and like skin like face masks also matching, just to like, you know, have like it aesthetically pleasing to me, so that I could just kind of like keep going and like keep pushing for the day. And just also, like, space is a really important thing, and I feel like having like a clean space, and just having like the furniture like that you want, and that just kind of matches like your personality, I feel like that really helps. Because like, I recently also like reorganized my home. I feel like I do this like every 6 months. But before, when I first moved in with my boyfriend, it was like a complete like bachelor pad, you know? So like, I had to kind of like put, you know, little feminine touches here and there, and like really make it me, so that like I want to come home to this, and I want to wake up and, you know, look at it.
Yeah.
So like, I just like having everything just kind of like looking nice, to like house furniture or to like meals. So yeah,
that's beautiful. Okay, so self-care has been
self-care is definitely number one.
Okay, beautiful. So self-care has been the core. So with your self-care and finding ways to maintain that main character energy throughout this chaotic season, what have been some of your other outlets as a main character?
Other outlets, besides self-care, I mean, we touched on this, but I just really enjoy kind of like making mood boards and just like journaling. I think that's another like really good outlet. And I just think that just kind of like keeps me grounded, and like meditating, and just kind of like, I guess, recenter yourself, like this, because, you know, some days you're just kind of like, I don't want to be here, like, I don't want to do this right now. And so
I think we can all relate.
Just taking the time to just kind of like recenter, and like, what is it in life that you want, and then just kind of think about the time like you wanted what you have now, you know. And so like, just, yeah, I mean, I think like a really big outlet for me is definitely like the journaling and making mood boards, just to kind of like visualize my life. Like, I mean, I love aesthetics, so if I could put an aesthetic, like, this is what I want my life to look like, I feel like I will, you know, eventually get there.
Beautiful.
Manifest it to get there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've done an excellent, phenomenal job of manifesting thus far. You truly manifested everything else. You know, this version of Angel, you manifested that from the vision boards and curating your own image. So I truly think that that is very, 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 very useful and successful. I think you did a phenomenal job finding your curation methods and using your mood boarding, and as well as the journaling. Like, it's definitely clearly paid off.
Thank you.
So back to a little bit more of the Angel Milk Dreams. Tell me about some of the blogging that you do and how that kind of started.
So I might get the name wrong right now, but I'm pretty sure it's called Daydreams in the City. And
yes.
We've touched on that I love, you know, to romanticize just like every like little thing. And that is, you know, like part of like Twitter, being on fashion Twitter, like we do a lot of that. And I've also noticed that there are a lot of like, you know, just like interesting people, even if they're not creatives, but like they do like interesting things, whether it's like in the fashion world or whatever industry they're in. But we also have that shared like, you know, interest in fashion. So I started, you know, to like kind of interview, like, you know, wanted to get to know them better, and like what their views are and what their values are. And just to kind of like get to know like who's behind this page. And that's pretty much like where I feel that I'm going with it, and also just kind of exploring like more of like high fashion or like street fashion that you know, that's kind of like pleasing to me personally, and just kind of exploring that. And I'm definitely excited to see like where this vlog takes me. I do have like a couple interviews that I have not posted yet, but hopefully we'll get there. I did take a long hiatus, but it should be good to go soon, so yeah.
Beautiful. So I'll turn that question on you. How do you feel about the fashion industry and some of your ideals or wishes around the fashion industry?
Ooh, geez, I'm usually the one asking that question. I think there could be a lot more representation, especially when it comes to like Black people or like people of color. I just like, it's so funny, like it's 2021 and you were just like watching some runway shows, and on fashion Twitter we definitely call it out when there's like 400 models that just look exactly the same, and you're just like, where's the diversity here? And so I think there should definitely, like, I feel like there definitely needs to be more of that, but not only like diversity and like how people look, but also like backgrounds, like, you know, like there's a lot of like, you know, I guess like call out for like cultural appropriation, but I feel like if people from those cultures that they want to represent were like more involved with it, like it would make it like 10 times better. Like it would give it what it's supposed to give.
Absolutely.
I feel like there should be more like, you know, collaboration and like intersectional like things in fashion. So I don't know, like I feel like that's what I want. Like I'm definitely like a person who like loves culture, loves to travel. I love like languages, so like just to, you know, kind of like have that balance of like where you come from, where they come from, and just kind of like mix the two together. Like I don't know, I just love collabs, or like what's the word, contrast, I guess. I love contrast, so like that to me, I feel like the fashion industry like needs more of too. So
wow, I love that, and I would definitely agree. The need for more diversity, especially like you said, as it is 2021, seeing diversity being more incorporated in all of these spaces, and not just having to be led by somebody who is of a diverse background, but to have some of these other people who are already in these places to kind of spearhead some of that as well. So I would definitely agree with you in that sense. So before we go, what more can we look to see from Angel in the coming future? I mean, you are doing phenomenal things on Twitter, on Instagram. Like, what more can we expect?
Jeez, I don't know. This is what I want. I don't want to jinx it.
Manifest.
This is what I'm manifesting. More of, you know, just kind of like, I would love to do like shoots in like high fashion. For example, like my favorite brands right now are like Valentino and Miu Miu. Like I feel like I could be a Miu Miu Muse. Hopefully they get to me one day. But
yeah, absolutely.
I would love to just kind of like to just reach out to them, or them reach out to me, and just that we could like work together, because I feel like my aesthetics and their aesthetics just like really mesh well.
Yeah.
So hopefully one day, and I think hopefully that's what you guys could look forward to in the future.
Yes, I hope so too. We look forward to seeing you as a Miu Miu Muse or in a Valentino runway, killing it.
I hope so.
And then last question. Where did this boldness, confidence that you carry into your photos come from? I mean, you kill it high fashion effortlessly.
Oh my goodness, honestly, fake it till you make it. Like I understand, like it's so cliche, like people say that all the time, but there are times where I'm just like shooting by myself with my tripod, and it's, you know, a lot of people are passing by, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm confident in this and just like keep doing it, like ignore everybody else.
Yeah.
So I mean, I am a terribly shy person. Like, I'm so shy, and then when it comes to shooting, I just have to like pretend like nobody is around. So I'm just gonna do it. Just do it. And I find that like there are some days where I'm just like, oh, I don't want to go. Like it's like too late. Like too many people are gonna be there. But I then regret it because it's like a perfect day has gone by and I didn't shoot because why? Like I was too scared to do it. So I think like for me, I mean, this is very like slow maturing, and I think I've kind of like got into it more this year. But it's just like you just gotta do it. Like even if you're like terrified or too shy, like just go for it.
Beautiful. And that's usually my last question. Like, what would you offer to others, either other creators or other people? But yeah, we love that.
Definitely go for it.
And full disclosure, I'm going to expose myself a little bit. I have been obsessed with Angel since I was in middle school. Her style has been out there and giving since it all began. Since that blue dress with the sleeves, she has been serving ever since. And so it is such an honor to have been able to collaborate with you today.
Oh my God,
and to
honor's
capture. We'll have to share it. We'll share the honor. It has been a long time coming. I'm so glad we were finally able to collaborate. We'll probably throw in a little before and after in here. I shot with her, I think almost 4 or 5 years ago now. And you'll get to see the contrast. We have both just like, it is a whole different world.
I agree. So proud of your work, by the way.
Thank you, and so proud of all that you're growing. And I'm so excited to see even more and to see you continue to just do it, serve, give, all of it, and everything that you step into. So thank you so much, Angel, for sitting with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and guys, this has been Artist Tap and Artist Touch Brief, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.